to Hedgehog Hollow. Today I wanted to share some of the tips that I learned when I took the Kelly Creates class at Creativation. Now I definitely learned a lot and my brush lettering came a long way in the class. So I thought I would share some of those tips because they were things I really didn't know until I took the class. Now you may have picked some of those things up through YouTube tutorials and things, but I thought I would just share those in a quick video with you. So these are the things we got in the class. We got the new Learn Bouncy brush lettering book from Kelly Creates, and this is the one for the small tip brush pens. There's also one for the large tip brush pens, and one thing Kelly said is some people prefer learning with the large ones, some people prefer learning with the small ones. So again, it's one of those personal preference things, but we got the small ones to start with. We also got the Write On Grid pad. So this is just a pad full of different sheets of paper. And you can see I started writing myself some notes. So store your pens tip down. If you're working with the large pens, you're going to work with the letters being 4 of these squares deep. If you're working with the small pens, they're going to be 2 squares deep. So they were some notes that I made myself here. But you can see these were some of the things that I started with. So this is how my M started at the beginning of class, and this was my M by the end of class. So definitely made some differences during the class. I really think I came a long way during that class, and by the end I could actually do in, and it looked a little bit more like the traditional style of brush lettering. And then these were the pens themselves. They come in a 10 pack. Of course, you know we add everything in the links in the description for you, and any coupon codes as well, so you can check those out too. A lovely rainbow of pens as well. But I wanted to share some tips for when you're working in these books. So this is the workbook that Kelly has, and there's bouncy brush lettering, there's regular brush lettering as well, and I think she also has one about joining up words too. So when you go through these, they're coil bound at the top, and Kelly writes some information and things in here that you can work through. There's some bits and pieces she gave out as well. There's some tips and tricks in here. But then what you'll find you have are some pages of vellum. It's also very important the type of paper as well. The paper she uses is an ultra smooth paper. You can't just use a regular cardstock and things. It is going to make a difference. And you can buy extra sheets of the parchment that she advises as well. But what you do is you work on the parchment. When you're done with that sheet, you rip it out, you put your next sheet down, you rip it out, and so on. But one thing I didn't know that you want to do is, I'm going to pick a letter here. So let's pick these C's that I had started on. So I'm a lefty, which makes it a little bit harder rather than someone who's right-handed. So the first thing you're going to do is you want to fold your book all the way back like this. So you want to be working flat rather than working the traditional way, which when I'd worked with a previous book, I was just working like this. She was saying that working on a lip like this, you're not going to get a good result. So that's the first tip she gave us, is you want to open your book out. You want to have your pages flat and your book working outwards. So you are going to need a slightly larger space. These are the small tip brush pens. So you can see here they have that smaller tip on them as well. And then you want to hold it kind of where that swirl is. So you can see there on the pen there's that swirl, and that's where you're going to want to hold your pen. The other thing is about working at an angle. And when you're doing brush lettering, your upstroke is thin, your downstroke is thick. And you will work out what angle works best for you. Some of you may find that working to the left or to the right is a better way around, but you kind of want to go. And so you start by tracing, and she really does show you, but you can see how that works. And so by the end, you'll be working down here. And so you really kind of work seamlessly down the bottom on your own. So I really liked working with this, and as I say, you have also this gridded paper, and one thing she got us to do was make sure that we made our lines. You can see here we took a pencil, we made our 2 lines, which is what we stuck with because we have our small brush pens, and then our pieces that went underneath, which is your bouncy part of your brush lettering, went 2 squares again. So you actually make a line here, a pencil line here of your 2 squares, which is where your letters fit. And then you make another 2 square line underneath, which is where your bounce fits. Again, you're going to tear your sheet of paper out and you're going to work flat on your surface like this. So when I was doing my in, I'm going to have it at an angle, and this is my angle because I'm a lefty. So I did my downstroke and my upstroke, and I do my downstroke, my up, like this. I might want that to be thicker. And then I'm going to do my flick like that. And so that's how I would do my in. So again, just simple little tips, things that I'd never thought about before. Just ripping that one sheet of paper out really made a difference to me. Turning my page to an angle made a huge difference to me. So just little things like that, and drawing those pencil line guides. The other thing I really found that I'd never done before when I was learning brush lettering was taking my letter formations and doing it small amounts at a time. So you do one line and then you do your next line, and then you do just different curves at a time. And if you ever get the chance to take a class with Kelly, also check out Kelly's YouTube channel as well, and check out her website. I believe it's kellycreates.com. She has tons of resources available to you. Check those out. She also tells you that there's, I think it's 7 different types of strokes that you can do in brush lettering. And basically once you've learned those 7, you can do any words. You can join letters together, all those kinds of things. It's really, really easy. We had a super compressed class. I think our class was 2 hours, and she said she normally does this class in at least 4 hours. But I learned a lot, and you can see we kind of came home and I can still do it now just about. So lots and lots of practice. That was the other thing she said, practice every day. Just keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing. But I'm really enjoying her method of teaching. I've been watching some of her tutorials since I've been home, and I find that I can do better brush lettering. So I hope you enjoyed me passing on some of her tips and tricks. I will link up all of her teaching supplies and things, and some of the things I've shown you here. I'll also link up the Bouncy brush lettering and her regular brush lettering supplies in the links below as well. And of course I'll add any coupons and things we have for you. Don't forget to sign up to our newsletter at thehedgehoghollow.com. Every Friday we send out a newsletter with coupons, discounts, sales, all those things. Plus we do have exclusive Hedgehog Hollow coupon codes as well. So you'll get those in the newsletter too. And do hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for future videos as well. And give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video too. And I'll see you again very soon for more videos. And of course a Hedgehog Hollow happy hour with Greg and I too. We'll see you soon. Happy stamping. Bye.